Welcome to Worth Reviewing, and this is a Ford Puma ST line Vignale. It's a bit of a long-winded name, yes I know, but it's basically a posh Puma. Now the base model starts at just over £22,000 and the Vignale starts at £25,745. And in this video I'm going to be showing you around the car, the features it has inside. Oh, it's nice. And later on I'm going to be taking it for a drive. So the main differences between this Puma and a standard Puma is the Vignale comes with the LED headlights. They are an optional extra on lower spec trims, but it's nice to see that they come as standard on this model. Next up is the front grille, and as you can see it's got elements of chrome added on and around the side to make it a bit more unique and special for the model. And then down here on the corners, you've got the chrome surroundings that go up around the fog lights. And then there's some more chrome trims running along the bottom of the windows and again along the bottom of the door, along with some black inserts as well. Now the Vignale does come with 18-inch wheels as standard, but this Vignale is spec'd with the optional extra bad boy 19-inch wheels instead. Oh yes! Moving on. And at the back there's now chrome around the outside of the Puma lettering, and the bottom of the back bumper has now been redesigned with, of course, a bit more chrome. But there is a slight problem, because these are supposed to be exhaust pipes, but they're not. They're fake. And although they look nice from the back of the car, it's still cheating. Look, you can see the exhaust pipe poking out the bottom of the back bumper. Anyway, the boot is still the same size as before. That's 456 litres with the seats folded up, and 1,216 litres with them folded down. But the Mega Box, which is a waterproof drainable box that lives under the boot liner, has now been increased to 80 litres, which means you can now fit more pet fish in the back whenever you decide to move home. The only difference between this and the ST Line X, well, say the only difference, there is quite a big difference, is the seats, because they're now leather in their Vignale, so it's all very nice and posh if you like, but that's pretty much it other than that. So now let's move on to the front. So the front is pretty much like a Fiesta, it's again the same as the back really. The only difference is with the Vignale is you've got a lot more leather, like on top of the dash, on top of the door trims. Now if you want to see more about the digital instrument cluster and the infotainment system, then click up here for my ST Line X review, where I go through the whole interior of the Puma so you can see what it's like inside. But there's one other thing in the Vignale which I couldn't show you in that. And first of all, this Vignale comes as standard with heated seats and heated steering wheel, as you would probably expect. But there's one other more fun and interesting feature that the Vignale has that other models don't have. And that is, there's a button down below my driver's seat, and as I press that, a screen has appeared on the infotainment screen, and at the top middle section of the screen there's an icon that says massage, and if I put that on, both for the driver and passenger, oh, there's a massage. But it's not a proper massage, it's more like a lumbar massage. So the lumbar support you get, which you can adjust, that basically in effect goes in and out and rolls in and rolls back down through the back. So it isn't a proper massage feature, but it's better than nothing, I guess. You know what? Oh, tell you what, hang on a second. Oh, yes. I guess it's time to go for a drive now. Although this is a crossover SUV, it's actually quite enjoyable to drive. And that's because this car is based on the Fiesta. So when you chuck it into a corner, it's actually quite fun to drive. It does drive pretty much the same as the Puma ST Line X I reviewed a few months back. Obviously it's the same car, but the only difference with this Puma is that it's sitting on the bigger 19-inch alloy wheels, which you can notice, and the ride does feel a lot firmer. But personally, I'm not so bothered about having a comforting ride. I prefer having a nice wheels in the car over ride quality and comfort, but that is just me. This Puma is powered by the 1 litre EcoBoost 153 brake horsepower engine, which is also assisted with a 48 volt mild hybrid system. And what that does is it enables the engine to shut down whenever you're coasting or about to stop, which will help save fuel. And it also produces quite a bit of torque, 177 foot-pounds. So if you chuck it into sports mode, it does feel quite nippy actually, but if I'm honest, you don't have to have it in sports mode for it to feel a lot more exciting. Not that it's not exciting at all, but you can have a lot of fun just in normal mode. The other thing I forgot to mention is the Vignale isn't available with a 7-speed auto, which is quite strange because the rest of the range, the Puma range, are, apart from the ST, so it's only available with a 6-speed manual, but gearbox feels good, so I wouldn't worry about it too much if you are concerned about buying a manual car. Now the 8-inch infotainment system does look as if Ford have just basically put a tablet on the top of the dash, and it doesn't look very well thought of, but at the same time I actually quite like it because not only is it good for your driver view because it's just down at eye level, but also when you want to operate it, you can just wrap your hands around the screen or around the device if you like and use it that way. It's a bit more stability rather than trying to press it like, yeah. So what do I think of the Puma Vignale? Well, I like the look of it, and it has a load of tech on the inside and features, and especially the lumbar support massage, although strangely that's not at all comfortable to use when you're driving. But I get the same sort of feeling as I did with the Fiesta Vignale I reviewed a few months back, which is, I'm not too sure it's the model to go for. Now I get the Puma is bigger and more practical than the Fiesta. It's essentially a Fiesta on steroids. So if people want a bigger car to feel more premium inside and a bit more SUV-like, then I can understand going for the Vignale. However, having the Vignale fully spec'd sets you back at about £29,000. And I've got to be honest, it doesn't seem worth every penny, but on the other hand, if you fully spec the ST Line X, which is the model below the Vignale, that comes to the exact same price as a fully spec'd Vignale. So, if you want a Puma with all the bells and whistles, the bits of chrome on the outside and the leather seats as well, then the Vignale is most likely the model to go for. But if you're not bothered about all them things and having the nice fancy bits everywhere, then I'd recommend the ST Line, or probably the ST Line X, which still come with a good amount of features and are much better priced. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this review, and if you did, please give it a like or let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the car or what you thought of the review. And if you want to see more reviews like this, please consider subscribing. Thank you all very much for watching.